Hello students, today we'll be starting with the biochemistry practicals of semester 3. In that we are going to discuss about identification test of carbohydrates. In your biochemistry practicals, you will be given different unknown samples of carbohydrates as well as proteins. You have to identify that the given unknown sample is carbohydrate or protein, and further you have to perform all kinds of tests for confirmation of the unknown sample. So today in this session we will start with the different identification test of carbohydrates. So to perform the identification of carbohydrates, you have to follow uh, this scheme, identification scheme, and you have to confirm the which of the carbohydrate sample is given to you. So you have to perform all these types of test in sequence wise. Okay, first you have to perform Molish test, then iodine test, and likewise. So you have to follow this identification scheme. The first test for identification of carbohydrate is Molish test. Suppose we have given you some unknown sample, then first of all you have to perform the Molish test. That is the confirmatory test for carbohydrate. So Molish test is determination of carbohydrate present in the given unknown sample. So for performing Molish test, you have to take sugar solution into the test tube and into that add Molish reagent dropwise. After addition of Molish reagent, just shake the test tube for 2 to 3 seconds. After that, into this test tube, add concentrated H2SO4 dropwise. And for that, just tilt the test tube slightly. So if you get purple color ring at the junction of two layers, it means your Molish test is positive and it means the given sample is carbohydrate. Now we are getting the purple color ring at the junction. It means our carbohydrate is confirmed. Next test is iodine test. This test is used for differentiation of polysaccharide versus monosaccharide and disaccharide. In this particular test, different coloration is observed. If blue color is obtained, then starch is present. Red-brown color is obtained, then dextrin can be present. Pot wine red color is obtained, then glycogen is present. And if we not get any coloration, then we can confirm that our sample is having monosaccharide or disaccharide. So in iodine test, we have to take sugar sample and into that we have to add dilute iodine solution dropwise. So if color is obtained, then we can confirm polysaccharide is present, and if no coloration is obtained, then we can say that our sample is either monosaccharide or disaccharide. So in this iodine test, now we are adding dilute iodine solution. So this color is due to the iodine. We are not getting any other color, dark brown color or blue color. It means our sample is not having polysaccharide. Now next test is identification of reducing sugar or non-reducing sugar. So for that we have to perform Benedict's test. In Benedict's test, we have to take sugar solution and into that we have to add Benedict's reagent. After addition of Benedict's reagent, we have to boil this sample for 2 to 3 minutes. If we obtained green, yellow or red PPTs, then we can confirm that our sample is reducing sugar, and if no PPTs were observed, then we can say that our sample is non-reducing sugar. Now see here, the color is changing from blue to somewhat of white coloration, and then it converts into yellowish color. It means our sugar is reducing sugar. Another test for identification of reducing sugar and non-reducing sugar is Falling's test. In Falling's test, approximately 1 ml of Falling A solution is taken into this test tube, and after that approximately 1 ml of Falling B solution is added into the solution of Falling A. Now, after addition of Falling B, we have to boil this mixture for 2 to 3 minutes. After boiling of this mixture, we have to add sugar solution into this particular mixture, and we have to boil it again. So here sugar solution is added. Now again head this sample. If yellow or red PPTs is observed, then we can say that our sample is reducing sugar. See, the color is changing from bluish to dark greenish. It means our sample is having reducing sugar. Now next test is Barfoed's test. Barfoed's test is generally used for differentiation of monosaccharide and disaccharide. If red PPTs is observed in case of Barfoed's test, then we can confirm that our given sample is monosaccharide. And if no PPTs were observed, then we can say that our given sample is disaccharide. So in Barfoed's test, we have taken approximately 3 ml of sugar solution. Now, into that, we have to add Barfoed's reagent. After addition of Barfoed's reagent, boil the sample for 2 to 3 minutes and then cool the sample. So if we get red PPTs, then our monosaccharide is confirmed, and if we are not getting red PPTs, then disaccharide is confirmed. So we are boiling this solution. So we are getting this PPTs, it means monosaccharide is confirmed. Next test is Sullivan's test. Sullivan's test is generally used for differentiation of aldosis and ketosis. Specifically, if we talk about aldosis and ketosis, we can differentiate fructose and glucose in our sample using Sullivan's test. In Sullivan's test, we have taken approximately 3 ml of sugar solution. Into that, we have to add Sullivan's reagent. After addition, boil this mixture for 2 to 3 minutes. If we observed red coloration or red PPTs, then fructose is confirmed. And if we are not getting red PPTs, then glucose is present. So after boiling, we are getting oranges red PPTs. It means fructose is confirmed. One of the confirmatory tests of fructose is rapid Fofferal test. So if here deep purple color is obtained, then we can confirm that our given sample is fructose. In rapid Fofferal test, approximately 2 ml of sugar solution is taken into the test tube. Into that, 5 ml of concentrated HCl should be added. After addition of concentrated HCl, dropwise addition of Molish reagent should be done. Now boil this sample for few minutes. If deep purple color is observed, then we can confirm that our given sample is fructose. So here purple color is obtained. It means fructose is confirmed. Another test for carbohydrate is Osazone test. Osazone test can differentiate lactose, maltose like disaccharides and the monosaccharides like glucose. For Osazone test, we have to take sugar solution, 10 drops of glacial acetic acid and 100 mg of phenylhydrazine. Then we have to take in sodium acetate and we have to heat it for 30 minutes. After heating, we have to cool down the solution at the room temperature and we have to spread the suspension of that solution into a dry slide and observation of crystal should be done under the low power microscope. So if we obtained needle shaped crystals, then generally monosaccharide like glucose can be present, or if we obtain ball of prickle shaped crystals, it means lactose is present, and if we are getting sunflower shaped crystals, it means maltose is present. So in Osazone test, generally we are getting this different types of crystals, disaccharides like sunflower shaped, lactose like ball of prickle shape, and monosaccharides like needle shaped crystals. So this is about the all test of carbohydrates. So this is about today's session. Thank you everyone. Please do subscribe our YouTube channel Pharma Ignite.